Assalamu alaikum. Hi, Oracle, Reiki spiritual healer. And today we're talking about the intuition of the chosen one. So, a lot of times you'll have, as a chosen one, just downloads into your spirit, into your soul, into your mind. And it will come from God, it will come from the connection with God, your angel, your spiritual team. And you will need to understand that this is a lot of times God is giving you those downloads to warn you from situation and people, to ward off evil from you. So one of the things that happens to a chosen one, when they walk into any place, when they walk into a room, they can walk into a classroom, they can walk into a theater with lots of people. And if the energy isn't right, if it doesn't sit right with them, then they will not feel right and they will leave. They will leave, or something will cause them to leave. They can walk into a room and discern if a person is a false person. They know if that person is a thief, a liar, a gossip, a user, abuser, or a narcissist person, or a person with attachments. So a narcissist has the intuition that they get from that connection with God. They will see the signs and synchronicities. When they have that connection, they will get the downloads in their dreams. The intuition will absolutely be able to pick out and separate friends and family who doesn't mean them well in life, who is trying to use and hurt or abuse the chosen ones. So one of the major problems that chosen ones will have with this is that people can also pick up on and feel the chosen ones too, their presence, and they will not like them. I have been in, elevators with people where they didn't like that my presence was there, and they tried to break out of the elevator. They was cursing, and I wish they hurry up and open this door. So I automatically knew that my presence was making the person, uptight. They were making them nervous. I've had also people, I'm walking into a building, and people are just standing looking around. And when I got there, then they was like, oh, it's you, you know, and they know that presence. So, when you have that intuition, you can best believe that the narcissist or toxic persons or demonic person has a knowledge. They can feel you as well. They're knowledgeable. They're knowledgeable about your presence. So in having that intuition is to, and knowing that you guys see each other, that is to let you know that this person doesn't mean you any well. This person is going to try to do some harm, or talk about you, or slander you, or gang stalk you. That feeling that you're getting is a warning from your spiritual team. So you need to be well aware and use your intuition, or some people like to call it that gut feeling. Use it well, because it will serve you well to keep you out of trouble, keep you out of harmful situations, and keep you away from toxic people. You will also need to use your intuition, when you're dealing with business people, when you're making business decisions, because there's a lot of scammers out here. So when you get that feeling that something isn't right, then usually, it's not right for you to go into that situation at all. When dealing with family members, and you get that situation, that tingling, that spider sense that you get, that something isn't right with the family member, Sometimes we get it that, one of our family members is in trouble. But when we get it that something isn't right with a family member, then we have to follow that gut feeling, because a lot of times you have family members that are users, abusers, and they want to use the chosen one's energy. They want to use and abuse the chosen one because they have been doing this in patterns over time. And usually the intuition of the chosen one can look back into the family life or into the person's life and see that this person is trapped in that pattern of usury, and abuse. They can look at other family members and see, well, this person, the family is saying this person don't ever want to pay for anything. And this person never contributes. So you have to be very careful about family members that you're around, and your intuition or your spider senses is going off, because it is absolutely pointing that person out that there's something wrong, that person is going to try to harm you. They're going to try to use you. And I got this sense of that also from my mother. My mother used to say, I'm not letting you go around those people. You can't go around those cousins. I don't let you go around certain family members because they don't have their children raised the way that I have you raised. So my mother had a intuition, a discernment. Her spider senses was going off, when we were little and younger, about certain people. We wasn't allowed to go and spend the night over people's house, because my mother had discerned that those children, or the way that those people had their children raised, or that those family members did not like her and my father. And my mother had absolutely said, you don't sit at the table with somebody who doesn't like your mother and father, because ultimately they don't like you. And again, that brings me to, my second part of this, that usually when a chosen one has that kind of discernment and intuition, then they absolutely get it from download, from lineage, that there were other chosen ones that they got that information from, they got that gift from, they inherited that gift through the bloodline. There are other chosen ones in your family or in your family lineage that you have inherited certain gifts from and certain intuitions, and it will be burning. It will be burning it throughout. You will be able to understand that, and it'll burn throughout all of the bloodline, through either male or females. And you will have people in your family that say, I was just thinking about you and you called me. So those are the type of gifts that will burn through your bloodline, and it's undeniable the intuition that you will get from certain people and places. So you can see also in the Bible that there are certain bloodlines that the chosen ones came from. If you look into the Holy Quran, there are certain bloodlines that the chosen ones in the Bible and the Holy Quran came from. And all of them had certain gifts, intuition. They had healing abilities. But definitely it burned throughout the bloodline so that it came right up to you and I today. So this is some of the things that we will be able to discern in people. And this is what makes chosen ones, standoffish. And this also makes them, just to themselves. They don't like to be around a lot of people. That they'll become introverts really quickly, because a lot of times their intuition has given them the knowledge even before they got to a person or a place, about what is going on. and how this person, perceives them, or how this person is going to react. So these are some of the things that we have to know as chosen ones, that we can't be around everybody, and we can't, let our children be around everybody. We have to also listen to our children, especially when they're younger, if they're chosen ones. If they don't like a certain person or a certain place, we have to listen to them, because again, that gift, that intuition has been burned in our DNA. It has been burned in our bloodline. So our kids will also inherit, this kind of intuition about people, places, and things. So I hope that this helps you to understand your gifts, and how to use your intuition and discernment about people and places. It has been gifted throughout biblical and Quranic times. And make sure that you're listening to your intuition. You can reach out to me and book a session at highoracle.com. You can also reach out to me in the description below. All my information is listed below. You can donate to my Cash App if you like. I'm High Oracle, Reiki Spiritual Healer. Assalamu alaikum.